Here we're getting ready to reinstall the new brake caliper. I'll put that there. As you can see, we still have the old brake caliper connected here, and also we haven't disconnected the hose. Okay, but we'll do that in a minute. It don't want to go, but it should. Okay. These bolts for the brake caliper, that you need to torque that to specification. That's very important for this rear bolts right here. Now I'm just putting this whole brake caliper up, but the caliper itself will need to come off so we can put the brake pads on, right? But for now, just to install it and to connect the hose, we're just gonna do it all in one place and then take the caliper off, okay? And again, make sure to torque these bolts here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is disconnect this hose here and connect it there. We're gonna get this loose, even though right now the whole chamber in there is all empty, got no air in it. Okay, put an oil pan right underneath because you're gonna be losing some brake fluid. Okay, so that's there right there. We're gonna try to do this as fast as we can. That's a 14mm. Now, one thing to keep in mind is there's washers here on both sides, and there's a washer on the inside, so you gotta have that washer as well. Unless you had new washer and a new bino bolt just to replace, you're gonna have to reuse this one and reuse those washers. Okay, and you can see it's starting to drip already, but it does come off. You see the washer right there, copper washer. Ideally, you want to replace these washers. That's the recommended procedure. and you don't want to be losing brake fluid here, so you want to clean that with a clean cloth and make sure there's no dripping there. Of course, our old brake caliper is still dripping, but we can now remove it. You can see how much brake fluid there is. So now the next step is we need to bleed the air out of this brake caliper, right? Because there was no air inside this chamber here. But so what we're gonna do is you're gonna loosen up this bolt, and then you're gonna pump the brakes, start the engine, and then pump the brakes several times until you see brake fluid coming out of here. Now, as soon as you see that, you're gonna tighten it, and then you're gonna do that one last time. Okay, so you are going to, whoever is in the car, you're gonna tell them to release the brakes. Okay, now they press them again. The engine is still running. Press the brakes, and then what you'll do is you'll loosen this up just a tiny bit until you start seeing brake fluid coming out. As soon as you see that brake fluid, tighten that, so that makes sure that all the air is out of this chamber right here. Okay, so here we have installed the brake caliper, and as you can see, we don't have pads in there yet, but look at that, how that slides right up here. Okay, so that's why the old one was seized and it wasn't, this part wasn't moving at all. So if we look at this piece right here, this is so seized, it's not moving. In, out, nothing. So that is what causes that uneven wear. It's causing those rotors to grab and hold. It's just because the caliper is not releasing. Now this is replaced. What we got to do here is install the new brake pads.